I am so excited about today's review, not because I'm a huge fan of the ThunderCats, although I do remember them, but it's just these guys, this Mumm-Ra, he looks freaking cool, man. When I saw him, I had to get him. Let me start with the defects, the things that bother me. And look at that. What is that? And then the paint splatter on top. It's just, it's hard to ignore that. And little things like that one right there, I could have overlooked, but this is hard to overlook. Why? Like right on his face, I'm like, okay. So I actually returned this to Amazon and got another, but yeah, this sucks. So Mumm-Ra stands 9 inches tall, which makes him, I think, the biggest Thundercat there is. I actually ordered every single one of them. I haven't opened them all yet, though. I am waiting to review those, but yeah, he is huge and he feels substantial. This is his first face sculpt. He's got the two-tone gold paint on his helmet there. It looks really nice with some nice shading. I want to say they did such a great job with the painting, except for the defects that I told you about, but I'm happy to report that the replacement that I got was okay. So that's good, because if it came messed up again, I would have had some thoughts on that. My hope is that by seeing these videos that I'm trying to create here on a daily basis, which is not easy, you can see in such detail everything about the figure, the good and the bad. Check out his mummy wraps coming out there. They just look really cool. This is my favorite head sculpt, the one where he's snarling. But it would have been my favorite, I think, except for the defects right there, which after I saw it, I couldn't overlook. In the beginning, I was so happy to get him that I was just like, oh wow, this is really cool. But once I saw the lip liner he had, I couldn't overlook it. So his snakes right there, they look like little tiny pieces. They won't really break on you, I think, because they're made out of soft rubber. Here's a side-by-side comparison. Doesn't his snarling face, like the really snarling one to the left there, look really cool? Except for the mist paint. I hope none of you else out there got your figure like that. That sucks. Now on to the head articulation. The mummy wraps, they kind of get in the way, but not from the side to side. Up and down, definitely it does get in the way. It doesn't look up, doesn't look down very much. It's just a little bit, but not much. The hands, well, he's got a bunch of them. These are his first pair. They look like punching hands, and they are punching hands. He's ready to throw down. So he's got 3 total pair of hands. That's enough hands, I think. I like it. What I don't know if I like very much, though, is the color. I feel like it needs a little bit of shading for it to make it look like really great, like for it to pop. This looks good enough, though, and correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Mumm-Ra a little bit darker in the cartoon? It's been so long since I've watched it, but yeah, I still like this color of blue. These are his second pair of hands. They're more of like the open palm hands. He almost looks like he's casting some kind of magic, right? I like them, but where are his fingernails? Why aren't those colored a little darker? Again, the shading, right? If they had done a little bit more to it, maybe it would have looked even cooler, I think. I mean, do you agree? So in trying to prove my point here, I'm gonna zoom in on his fingernails. I mean, yeah, right? A little darkness, a little maybe darker blue. That would have looked cool. Although there is some detail in his hands. I appreciate that. His third pair of hands are to hold on to things, his accessories, which we'll get to if you stick around for the video. I know a lot of you kind of drop off a little bit. Maybe it's the sound of my voice. I don't know. But I'm trying to show you the really cool visuals here, So fun fact here, right? This is actually the very first Super 7 I open and play with. So when you read my reviews, you're listening to reviews from somebody that is just like bright eye and huge eyes opening to these toys that it's just like, wow, I can't believe they make toys this cool. And like a kid, I couldn't resist, and I've bought maybe I want to say 250, 300 toys in the last 4 months, which is ridiculous. I hope my wife isn't listening to this, but yeah, I've bought them because I want to photograph them, because I want to review them, and I want you to see all the super nice close-up details using my photography skills. You know, I'm a wedding photographer by trade, but I'm trying to show you just how cool these figures are in every detail possible. So his arms go up yay high, which is not really great. Again, the Super7 articulation, I've been finding out, isn't the best, but it's not bad. He can do this. That's kind of unnatural, although this is a really scary, unnatural being. So maybe you can find a way to take a picture of him like this. Maybe. Somebody take a picture and send it to me. Oh, also, I gotta tell you, I have found appreciation for YouTubers that are able to coherently talk throughout a whole video. That's definitely a skill that I'm kind of getting up there with, but definitely not close enough. Check out his articulation. I mean, yeah, you can move all that, the elbow at the bicep. You can do a lot of things, and you can get a lot of photos out of him. Although, like a lot of other figures that don't articulate the way like a Mezco, or not Mezco, sorry, Mafex or Figuarts, you'll probably need to prop him up with some wires, stick him in those crevices he's got, and have him do some dynamic poses. And if you guys want to see me do that and see some of the pictures I've been taking with these characters, I can make a whole video for that and show you how I do it if you'd like. So pay attention to his gauntlets there. These will be really important later for his cape. If you stick around for the video, you'll hear my insights into that and what I like and what I don't like. At the very least, you'll be able to see for yourself in detail everything, so that you can go out to Amazon or wherever you buy your toys and buy it. Because I think this is one of those toys that I saw on sale everywhere at one point, and now not so much. He can do the splits there, and then a very uncharacteristic shot here. It's completely out of focus. So that kind of reminds you of other toy reviewers, right? Where things are out of focus, where they go, hey, can you see that? Can the camera pick it up? I freaking hate that. That's actually the reason why I started making these videos, because I hate that so much. I want things to be in focus, and I failed you. This is not in focus. I'm sorry. But this is in focus. His knee articulates. That's pretty good. Not the best. Again, it's a Super7, not a Figuarts. But it's not bad, I think. What do you think, though? Alright, let's get on to the details. Not that you haven't seen any, but you know, you've been seeing the articulation so far. Now let's get a close-up of his tunic here. Look, that's cool. The paint, it's nice. The shading between darker and lighter values. I wish they had done that for the rest of his figure, you know what I mean? Like on his skin. Although, look, I see a little bit of yellow on his toe. That sucks. Look, you see a little texture there on his mummy wraps, but I mean, if they're mummy wraps, wouldn't you expect them to be a little bit more textured, or at least a little bit discolored, at least in some parts? Yeah, I feel like this looks nice. I like it quite a bit, quite a lot, but it could have been so much better. Am I wrong? When you have the figure in front of you and you're looking at it, you see everything and it looks nice, but it's only when I think you have a macro lens like me that you start looking at every little square inch of him and all those little indentations and imperfections, or maybe they were done on purpose, I don't know. But you start seeing all these things. Am I wrong? You can see these little lines here. Were they there on purpose? Was it not on purpose? I don't know. I don't know. You could say it was on purpose because it does give the figure a little bit more texture, so I'll do that. It's on purpose. Accessories. So look at his blade. This thing is humongous, which if you don't have a place to store or to display Mumm-Ra, you're gonna have a fun time storing this. Right now I'm in the process of construction in my house, so I am not displaying my toys, but I will soon. So I had to find a giant baggie to keep this protected, because as you've heard in other videos, I don't keep my boxes. That would be insane. This would literally be a toy store if I kept all my boxes. So I'm trying to unopen everything and review everything as soon as possible to get rid of the boxes, and also to get views and to get monetized and to entertain you guys, hopefully. If you are being entertained though, please subscribe, because these videos take a crazy amount of time. It's too much time. I should actually be editing a wedding right now, but I'm doing this. This sword here is missing. Not sure why. They ended up giving us something way bigger, but it would have been pretty cool to get both of them, right? I mean, I don't know, maybe they ran out of money. I don't know. They could have charged us a few dollars more. How about $5 more, and we would have gotten that sword. But we do get Ma-Mutt. He's articulated. He's not just a statue. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting a little statue maybe, but he doesn't articulate all that much. But the fact that he articulates at all is pretty cool. And look at that face. I mean, this guy Mumm-Ra is probably the most despicable, evil person in that universe. But he loves his dog, even though he looks like something you probably don't want to pick out of the pound, because, you know, he might kill your cat or hurt the neighbor. I don't know. You know, he's a mean looking dog. But he also has some texture there. You can see all of it there. Some of it, I think it wasn't done on purpose, but it's only when you look at it so closely do you start to question whether they did that on purpose or not. Plus, I see more paint imperfection now, and I didn't see that before. That sucks too. Man, what's going on? Is everybody else's like that? Or did I just get super lucky here? What is this? Dude, I'm starting to kind of love and hate this figure. Love it because he's freaking cool, but damn, I haven't checked my new one all that much. I just checked his face for the lip liner, but now I'm wondering if he's got those paint imperfections everywhere else too. Here is a gyroscope regulator, which I have no idea what the hell it is, but it's from the cartoon, so somebody comment and tell me what this does, because it looks kind of cool, but what the hell is it? The cape. I really like this cape. I do. It's got this bendy wire in it that's actually really strong, so the cape will actually do whatever the hell you want it to do. That right there is a cool freaking picture. The thing is that right there, how it is, it's attached to his gauntlets on his arms and his hands there. And while that works, it's not like super stable. You know, it will come off, especially if you try articulating him in some super dynamic poses. The good news is that you actually don't need to put it in those gauntlets, because the cape, like I said, is strong enough to support itself, which is cool. I like that. I can't think of many other capes that do that. So how does he scale? He is next to a NECA Donatello, looking kind of bored, it looks like. And you know, I think this works. You can match up Super 7s with NECA, I think, just fine. And then there's Scarlet Witch. Maybe I think this matches up pretty well. Scarlet Witch from Marvel Legends, I can see this too. The whole purpose of getting all these toys for me is getting them from different brands, different universes. I can totally see that 2 magic users squaring off. Or how about this guy? Let's add him to the mix. 3 magic users squaring off. That would be pretty cool, right? I mean, I can make some cool pictures happen with that. I think I will. So how much is he? You know, right now, he's pretty much the same price everywhere. $59.99. That's not bad. Get him at Amazon. Get him at Big Bad Toy Store. And again, Entertainment Earth never disappoints, never having anything. The box. I care very little for boxes, even though I really like this box. Even the outside, which is just like a cardboard box. When I went to Big Bad Toy Store to pick them up, I was like, what the hell is this? I didn't know what it was. I didn't know Super 7s came like this. It was only until after I found out, I was like, oh, okay. But you know what? I didn't buy him there because I didn't know what he looked like. I couldn't see. It was only after I went on Amazon that I see him actually through the box. that I think to myself, okay, I want this. Don't you think Super 7 should change that? I mean, for people like me that just got into this, I skipped over every Super 7 there is just because I'm like, this is a cardboard box. What's in it? I don't know. They should show you. It should come like this. No? Am I wrong? Maybe they could have saved a few dollars by not putting it into that cardboard box. And you know, giving us a little bit of a savings. Maybe. I don't think that's too off. But definitely I think they'll sell more to people like me that didn't know if they showed the figure. I'm gonna write a letter to tell them that, because I really feel strongly about this now. Thank you for watching, guys. Look, I know that you have a precious little time, and I thank you for watching my video. These take quite a bit of time. I would really love it if you could subscribe, man, because I am trying so hard, and I have so many more figures to get through. I just finished filming Wolverine Mezco, which is my favorite so far. Thank you, guys.